Welcome back, YouTube fam. The last time you saw me, I had blonde in my hair. Now I am a dark brunette. I'm trying to get closer to my natural hair color, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about today is motivation and why you're struggling with motivation. This is a key component because without motivation or a fire under you to keep going, one, you're going to lack passion in the work that you do. Two, people are going to feel it energetically in your career, and you're going to be wondering, why am I not closing deals? Why am I not gaining clients? Why am I not having movement in my business? It's kind of like the whole reason you choose one salesperson over the other, or one coach, or one to work and be around one person over the other. It's an energetic thing. And motivation also impacts your daily personal life. Like, if your motivation is affected, like usually all areas of your life are affected. You're vibrating at a low frequency. The difference is between when you're excited and you're doing something, you have forward motion, you feel so good in that high vibration versus the latter. This video is for you if you find yourself in inconsistent patterns of motivation. You hit those high highs and you're on it for a couple of weeks and then you crash and burn for a couple of weeks. Or if you're in that stuck place and you're just feeling really tired and just feeling like maybe your health has something to do with it or other external factors. We're actually going to get into that. And this video is also for you if you just want an increase in energy, an increase in your energy system, an increase in your overall life, your motivation, your money, your success, your mission. Maybe you're looking to even expand in the areas of your personal life. Everything bleeds into the next. How you do one thing is how you do everything. It affects all facets of your life. So listen up, because we're going to dive in right now into motivation. Here are the three main contributing factors as to why you may not be motivated. The number one, I see it all the time. Addiction to chaos, addiction to suffering, addiction to being the victim, addiction to inconsistency. Now, this pattern typically comes from somebody who grew up in an environment that was very inconsistent or chaotic. One minute everything was fine, the next minute it wasn't. And so now your mind is actually wired to live in that place and to ride that wave because that's your comfort zone. You've got to think about your state of being as like a thermostat setting. So if your thermostat is set to inconsistency and chaos, then that's what it's going to be set to until you do that rewiring or even the healing of any wounds that are associated with that. Another way this could come about is when you had a very traumatic event. One of my clients, when everything was going good, something super catastrophic and rather abnormal happened that changed her entire life. Something that happens really quickly and it's traumatic. Your mind, after experiencing something like that, will always be looking for a threat. So some people who went through abuse or emotional abuse or things that were pretty like abnormal and a little more like outlandish and shocking to the system, when your mind is constantly seeking for threat, being too successful or too motivated or things going too good, your brain actually sees it as unsafe. We are unsafe to be here. So definitely important to note. Now, this was a pattern that I was running for some time personally. And how it showed up for me is that I would have real big bursts of energy and real big bursts of motivation. And then I would just kind of fall off and sink into a very unmotivated place for, I don't know, sometimes it could have been weeks or even months. But when I was successful, I was really successful. And when I wasn't, I just wasn't doing anything. And I was really uncomfortable in my body because I was upset with the lack of production and the lack of purpose I was contributing to the world, because I'm somebody who's always loved work. I love contribution. I love mission. I love helping people. It lights my soul on fire. And when I don't get to do that in some way, even if it's in a way that like I'm not currently making money, like it could just be like through travel and exploring the world and meeting new people. If I'm tired and my energy is low, I'm not even going to want to do those things. So it's understanding that your energy and the energy you bring to the table is super, super important, because if you're riding those high highs and those low lows, you may recognize when you're on a high, you've got clients flowing, you've got money flowing, everything's going good, it's amazing. But then there's like this invisible wall that kind of you run into every time. And you're asking yourself subconsciously in your mind, why can't I stay there? Why can't I stay in that place? How do I make that my baseline? And you can. I want you to know that through healing, rewiring, behavior, and habit shifting, all the things that we do in the mastermind. I'm going to talk about the mastermind. I run a mastermind for real estate agents, one for real estate agents, one for entrepreneurs. And we talk about this stuff every single week and how our energy gets affected by certain things or certain motions that are going on in our life, and it's impacting our business. And if you want to join the mastermind, that is all in the link below in the description. You can check out, click the link, it has all the information. And if you want to apply, you can apply there. And what happens here is when you're on this high, you get all these clients, everything's flowing, but then you sink down at the bottom and all of a sudden you lose the momentum and deals are falling through and you hit that invisible wall. That invisible wall is your capacity. You've reached your capacity. So like I was talking about the thermostat setting, if your capacity is this big, anything outside of that, your mind's like, Mayday, it's not safe here. Your mind's job is to protect you at all costs. And in the mastermind, what we work on is expanding that capacity. So you're here. Sometimes you end up contracting, but then you expand. Then you may contract a little, expand, expand, expand. And that's what we want to do, is constantly increase. But if you don't have these tools, you'll notice that you'll stay here and you'll be like, why can't I seem to like expand? Why can't I seem to make more than X amount of dollars? Or even if I do make more than X amount of dollars, why do these payments come up and I only seem to have and hold a certain amount of capacity, whether that be money or whether that be happiness? This can even show up in relationships. I've seen it all the time where you're like, everything's going good, but then a fight comes out of nowhere. It's like, why can't it just stay good? It's the capacity thing. And it's deeper than the surface. It's very energetic and it's very internal. And that's why we work on this weekly. That's why we meet weekly in the mastermind. And we dig into this stuff, because without breaking through these patterns, we're gonna be a little stuck and we're gonna be lacking motivation. So that's the first one. Addiction to chaos is what I call it. The second one, energetic self-sabotage. Now, this is when things are going really good, you're really happy, but your energy just starts to kind of sabotage you and it gets tired. And you're like, why am I getting tired? I got enough rest last night. I was just feeling good. Everything was going good. Your energy system is retracting and bringing you back to that homeostasis, that thermostat setting. So that's really important to recognize when you're thinking about your motivation or your energetic levels. Your thermostat setting. And your energy reacts to your mind. So that addiction to chaos is very much in the mind. It's a wiring, it's pre-wiring. But your energy system is what starts to contract and what starts to just shut down. And you can feel when your energy is open and I'm on it and I'm doing things, I'm working with people, and when it's closed. And when we learn a little bit more about energetics, if you watch other videos of mine, I know I haven't posted in a while, but even like videos from far back, like real estate, business, sales, this is all energy. The reason people want to work with you or you attract clients is your energy system. Your energy introduces you before you even introduce yourself. Your energy is so important. You see some of the top salespeople. I watched Ryan Serhant. I watched a bunch of people. I went to a real estate conference recently in New York City. And what's his name? I love him from $1 Million Listing. I'm not a big fan of $1 Million Listing because it's not fully reality, but they are rich and they are very wealthy because of their energy. And I was watching them speak and I was like, the difference between them and the other speakers is their energy and how much energy and passion they put behind what they say. And it's just so, you're drawn to them. And this is what you want to master. When you master your energy, then the rest follows. When you master your energy and your mindset in correlation, that's it. You're flying to the moon. You're incredible. But this stuff does take work. And so an energetic self-sabotage is when your energy system shuts down because something out there is unsafe. It's always going to lead back to that like mental discomfort zone. And it is learning to sit in the discomfort. It is dealing with like the clenched jaw and the anxiety while you're expanding, because when they say growth happens in discomfort, that's what they mean. It's uncomfortable to be there. Every time I expand, that's what happens to me. My jaw clenches, I don't sleep very well, but I know it's gonna pass. And it's always happened to me. I started recognizing it at a young age, because whenever I started a new job, I was learning all new skills and I was expanding, I was making more money because I would elevate. And that expansion would cause me to like stay up all night or just have like crazy dreams and overthinking thoughts. And there is a good place of being in discomfort. Like, I know overthinking, we seem to say like that's not a good thing. When you recognize your body and you recognize the sign your bodies give you, and when it does it, only when it's in discomfort, it's okay. You sit with it, you have the tools to work through it. And if some of this isn't making sense, I think that it will. So keep watching, because that's what they mean when they say growth happens in the discomfort. You will get physically and mentally uncomfortable because you will be pushing through limits that you're not used to. You will be in uncharted territory. And this is when you have to take control of your brain. This is why the mastermind is called Master Your Mind, because your mind cannot be your master. You need to learn how to master your mind and teach your mind, this is our new safety. I thank you for keeping me safe, but this is our new place. Expansion, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. When you expand to that level of money, like every time I expand financially, my body contracts. It's like, we don't know how to be here and have and hold this much energy. Money is energy. That's why this whole energy conversation is important. And we'll go into that in another video when we talk more about money. If you didn't watch the last video about money blocks and success blocks, we talk a bit about that. So check that out. Number 3, misaligned mission. I had a client. She's amazing. She's clearly an amazing person. I knew it straight away, but I just knew after our first call, she wasn't meant to be in real estate. And I knew she wasn't aligned with the mission that real estate and her personal goals and her internal. I believe that a career reflects your internal journey. What you're going through is direct reflection of like your career and how your career is your vehicle to self-development, right? And so you want to get in the right vehicle because the world wants you to develop. It needs you to evolve and develop because that's how the world evolves as a collective. And so if you're getting in the wrong car, you're going to have a hard time driving it. And so I knew she could be successful in real estate if she wanted to, but she'd always be going against the grain. And when she came to me, she's like, I don't know, like I'm struggling with this and that, but I'm such a motivated person, I don't get it. And I just had to ask her multiple questions. Are you meant to be a real estate agent? Do you really feel like you're meant to be here? And of course I asked the questions in a very coach-like way where, I could pull it out of her subconsciously, and the answer came to be no. Fast forward, we've been working together now 2 years. So she ended up quitting real estate. She was doing it part-time. She kept her full-time job. We actually pushed her into a new full-time job with a startup because she wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I said, you need to go learn from an entrepreneur that you can work more closely with. So she ended up getting paid more, learning from that entrepreneur for, it was 8 months maybe. She doubled her income because she started a side business that we worked on together, and it was a jewelry business. So she doubled her income right there. She's like, we're talking 6 figures, like she was doing well. And she's like, wow, I've never seen this much money. So that was amazing. She expanded very quickly, but that's because she jumped into an aligned mission. She got into an aligned vehicle. Her body was like, yes, it feels better to be here. Now it's 8 months later, and we're working together again right now. And she's ready to let go of the full-time job because she's learned enough from the owner and the entrepreneur who started up the business. And she's like, I'm ready to start up my own business. And so now she's in a place where she's letting go of the full-time job and she's into making her part-time, her full-time, which is her jewelry business. And it is launching. Like this girl, I'm telling you, is showing up every day on social media. Like because she's lit up. Her energy is magnetic. I'm like, wow, I'm convinced. And everybody around her, like she has followers coming in every day. I'm like, you are killing it. And it's just because she's so lit up because she's in her aligned mission. And so if you're in a misaligned mission, that's the first question I ask people when they come and coach with me. Why do you do what you do? Why do you want to do what you do? And if they can't give me an answer that comes from their heart, I question it. And then within usually the first session, maybe a second session, I know if they're even meant to be there or not, because I can feel it. And some people come to me and they're like, I want to do real estate because it makes a lot of money. A lot of things make a lot of money. Like a lot of things. You can do whatever you want. I moved over to coaching. You can make a lot of money in coaching too. You can make a lot of money doing whatever you want. So make sure your heart's in it, because you can't make a lot of money without the energy and the motivation and the passion to back it. But just because it's trendy and it's cool to be in real estate, which like lots of things are trendy and cool at this point, but like you got to think about it, like this thing right here, this light, this clip, like people made these and they're making hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars off of it for all I know, because they felt like they needed to solve a problem. I needed this. They knew women needed this clip. They knew that people needed content stuff, right? What I'm trying to get at is you can do whatever you want. And when your mind recognizes that, it can fall into a safe place and start to think up this creativity and think up like, what do I want in my heart? What's going to give me so much mission and so much passion and so much excitement, so much energy that I'm going to show up every day and the money is just going to pour into my life. The success is just going to pour into my life. And I'm going to be so happy and joyful because of it, because I'm leading like with my heart center. I don't want you to be in real estate, and I will not work with you if you're trying to push for a career in real estate or in anything else that is not aligned with you. And I let clients know that, like, when you're ready to move towards a mission, like, and there is a certain place in your life where you have to push through and learn how to make money, right? That's when I was younger. Like, I worked at the movie theater, I was a waitress. Usually when you're just starting out and you don't really know how to make money yet, there's a point where you learn how to make money. But I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're in a place where like, you know how to make money, but you want to make money doing what you love to do, and you want to make a lot more money, and you want to be motivated, and you want to feel good doing it. You want to wake up every day like, I haven't drank caffeine in 7 years. Why is that? Because one, detoxed from it, but two, I made it my life's mission to make sure I found a career that lit me on fire every day. And am I going to sit here and tell you that I am motivated to the moon every single day? No, I'm not. You have your days where you're just like, you're off, and that's okay. But like majority, yes. Like this is my baseline. And that's what we're trying to do, is make motivated, happy, joyful. We want to make that your baseline. That's the place that you should live from. You should not be going up and down and up and down. And you should be able to tap into it and tap out of it whenever you want. So this is important for the ones who have loved ones and families that are very close to them, and you're not able to get your head out of the phone. You should be able to tap in and out of it very easily. But there are ways in which you can latch and grasp onto it if you're not moving in an aligned way. And that's more information for another video again. But either way, This was so fun for me to talk about, and I hope you gained a lot from this. Please let me know in the comments what you gained from this. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's boost the algorithm. Let's get this stuff out here. I want to tell more people about all this stuff. You know, in this channel, we go deeper than the surface. We don't talk about real estate as much as we talk about the nitty gritty of like you as a person, because in real estate or entrepreneurship, like you are your business. And that's why it's so hard. A client asked me that today. She goes, why is it so much harder to be an entrepreneur? And I said, because for the first time in your life, you are not seeking externally to get your needs met, to make money. You're not latching onto somebody else's business or another product. It's like you're relying on you, and it has everything to do with your self-worth. And you need to shine from that. And so it is a self-development process. Like this journey alone is going to develop you. So don't give up, keep going. And if you want to join that mastermind, check out the link in the description, because it's going to be full of awesome real estate people. And it's going to be lit up every single week, and we're going to hold one another accountable. We're going to focus on motivation, accountability, and confidence, and we're going to move through those money blocks, success blocks, fear of failure, fear of rejection every week together, because when you work on it in a group, there's no way you're not going to be held accountable. There's no way. And there's no way you're not going to make your monthly investment back. There is a monthly subscription price to it, and if it feels right for you, do it. Because you want to send your brain that message, I'm going to make that money back. I am investing in myself right here, right now, and I am committed to making that money back, and you will. Every time a client works with me, they make more money. Every single time, as long as they put in their share. If they show up and they don't really want it, there's not much I can do there. But I typically don't work with clients like that. You can usually catch that pretty quickly. When you come in and you step 2 feet in and you said, I'm committed to this process, makes more money every time. I've seen clients double their income, triple their income. I've never seen some things like this. It's incredible. And I want that for you. So join the mastermind if it feels right for you. Check out the info or reach out, DM me. We can have a call. We can connect more. I would love to meet you. And as always, good luck.